Okay, hey guys, it's Laura, just checking in again. I actually got time to do one more reading this week, so that's good. I'm a little crooked. Let me straighten this all out. Again, forgive the backdrop. I am in the middle of going to another location and it's pretty empty, okay? Hopefully I get a nice backdrop set up when I get settled in, okay? I hope everybody's doing good, and I decided to do something different tonight because the last time I was in here talking, I noticed that you can do spreads with the oracle cards instead of the tarot cards. So I like the name of this one, so we're going to do we're going to do a spread called Bathing in the River Spread, okay? It's a weekly self-care check-in, so I think that will be good for all of us. It says, it's an easy spread to start off your week. Self-care, why am I trying to read this without glasses? That would probably help, right? Yeah. Self-care isn't just about relaxing. It also has to do with finding grace in tough circumstances and being able to identify and tend to your needs. This spread will give you some clarity so you know what to focus on and what challenges you can expect over the next 7 days. Okay, sounds good for all of us. Definitely for me. I've got a challenging daily life, but anyway, let's see what happens here. Okay, and then of course I'll do a couple of mushrooms. All right. Let's see if you hear talking, and why is one side of my hair look so much fluffier than the other? If you hear talking, I know you guys don't care. It's me, it's the Virgo in me. If you hear talking and clanking, the roommate is cooking, so we're just gonna keep going, okay? I can't worry about what other people are doing anymore. So let's see, how will we do this? So 1, 2, 3, okay? Simple enough. Oh gosh, I'm messing everything up. Okay, calm down. All right. I'm amped up because I've been working all day again today at the new place, and I just wanted to get this in before, excuse me, before it's too late, so I can take a shower and relax. Because it's back to the regular job tomorrow. All right, guys, let's see, right? Let's see what advice guides are going to give us for the next 7 days. All right, got this just in case I need to take notes. Okay, we have, we have the Witch Hunter, danger. We have the Forest, seeing the bigger picture. And we have Feeding Crows, transformation. That could be good. Maybe we're coming out of danger and transforming. Let's see though, okay? So bathing in the river. So the first card is a personal need to focus on this week. So, hope we don't have to focus on danger, but we'll read the message. The second card is what will energize or inspire me this, I'm going to say us this week. Seeing the bigger picture, okay? And the third card is how can I overcome this week's challenge? And it says transformation. So actually that sounds like a pretty good spread. Let's see what happens. Ready, everybody? Let's see what it tells us, okay? Okay, so a personal need to focus on this week for us is the Witch Hunter. Betrayal, danger, jealousy, and need for protection. This card is as ominous as it seems. Receiving it means there is someone in your personal orbit who wishes you harm. A coworker might be attempting to sabotage your work, or a friend might be spreading vicious gossip. That's a possibility for me for sure. In some rare cases, receiving this card may also be a sign that a curse or hex has been placed upon you and you should take steps to protect yourself. Okay? If you already suspect someone, this card is confirmation that you are right to be cautious. Be mindful of what you do and say around this person and take extra care to validate paperwork or do more research before making any commitments. Okay? If your reading is about money or career, pulling this card is a sign of potential financial trouble. Consider passing on this opportunity as it could lead to a loss in abundance or reputation. So maybe if any job offers are coming to you, it's not the right time to make that choice. Possibly, you know, think about it real hard. Maybe wait. For right now, if you feel like you have someone who might be, if you might suspect someone in general of anything around you being shady, be mindful of the people or person that you suspect. Okay, that is a need to focus on this week. Okay, and then what will energize or inspire me this week? I know I sometimes read, not sometimes, I very often I look at other tarot readers, you know, for messages for myself, and there's been a lot of readers talking about either old lovers, friends, groups of people gossiping and stuff about you, about me, or not me, the collective that I am interested in watching. So that rings true for me. And I know you know, the last relationship I was in, the person gossiped worse than any woman that you could ever meet in your life. So I'm gonna suspect that, you know, that person slandered my name from top to bottom because they wanted to look like the good guy in a relationship, when pretty positive they were the ones. Well, I know I wasn't doing anything wrong as far as like cheating or anything, but I'm pretty positive they were, maybe even for the whole relationship. And so they had to manipulate and spread lies about me way ahead of time, probably throughout the whole thing, so that when they finally did get caught, they could say it was because of how horrible I was. So, I mean, that, you know, just saying. Anyway, doesn't worry me. I mean, I don't care what their slimy friends think about me. I would never hang out with a single person that they knew. They're disgusting pigs. Every last one of them. And the family feels, when you enter the building, feels like they have a entire hex and curse over their household. So I literally don't care, but it's just a thing. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know it for a fact, but I do know that when I was in the situation, they already talked about me right in front of my face. So, you know, I'm sure they talked about me behind my back. But whatever makes them feel good. Whatever makes them feel good. None of my worries. It's just it's just me, what do you want to call it? Connecting with that card, and you guys might as well. All right, just be careful. And no, I don't feel bad about talking about it because it's an actual experience. No, I'm not perfect in any relationship, but I did not go out of my way to slander that person for the benefit of me looking like the good guy because I wanted to sleep with someone else or just leave the relationship to do whatever. I would have pulled up my big girl pants and just ended the relationship, which is what I was willing to do. Neither here nor there. I'm not even going to go down the road. The point of the story is I wouldn't do that. I might say you're an asshole or something like that. I mean, you know, that's about the extent of what I'm going to say. There are many things I think about that person, but I wouldn't sit up here and say that. I would never name a name, even though I could. If I were like them, I could could use this platform to do a lot of things, but I don't choose to do that. I only choose to tell my story, my side of the story, just like they got to tell theirs. I guess their platform is the streets and mine is my channel. Okay. Anyway, tit for tat. I guess it's my turn to tell my story so that everybody can hear my side of the story. Because those people didn't choose to hear my side of the story. They just chose to take that person's word for it, even though they know that he's a slimy dog. And so are they. So they didn't really care what my side of the story is. But now you can hear it, though. You can hear it. I hope you all get to hear it, including the way I feel about the whole situation, and you guys, since you had your time to slander me, right? I'm trying to be petty, just trying to, again, tit for tat. Comes around, goes around. The forest, seeing the bigger picture. Seeing the bigger picture, holding the vision, and working towards a goal. That is what will inspire you this week. So, after dealing with the bugaboos, this was when you gotta deal with bugaboos. This will energize you, okay? There's a saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. It means don't get so caught up in the details that you miss the bigger picture. Every day is full of little things that move the needle more or less towards a good day. Some days will be dramatic, chaotic, and full of what feels like 1,000 tiny spiritual cuts. And in those moments, you may feel an overwhelming need to give up, change direction, or go back to what feels safe and comfortable. Another meaning is, wait a minute, slow down. In those moments, you may feel an overwhelming need to give up, change direction, or go back to what feels safe and comfortable. No, I never recommend doing that. Another meaning is that you are focused on minor details like choosing a name for a business when you could be planning major things such as what you'll sell. So don't be nitpicking little things. Settling up your website or clever marketing ideas. You may stress about a small blemish in your new home instead of rejoicing in the home itself. I'm guilty of that. I am definitely guilty of that, but I'm settling in and I'm realizing how fortunate I am to get a place, and actually has seemed very, very peaceful since I've been over there and quiet, and I'm liking it so far. So yes, it was a lot of work, so I was complaining, but it's coming along nicely, and it's feeling comfortable. I'm not going to say there's not going to be challenges, but yeah, I'm guilty of that. Okay, so let's just be thankful. There's so much more to do and see if you zoom out to see the bigger picture. Don't give up just yet. You'll get past your challenges, and soon they'll be a distant memory. If you are stuck or have yet to work out the solution to a problem, shift your focus to something else. Okay, so if you're stressing about the bugaboos, like what I was just talking about, what things have been done to you and stuff like that, or could possibly have someone trying to do to you, shift your focus onto something else, like your new place, your new job, your car, your whatever your goals are, your kids, your family. Keep yourself busy with things that are fun, easy to do, or feel more like play. And when you need to restore your hope, revisit your goals and remind yourself why your challenges will be worth it in the end. Okay, so that's what's going to inspire you. Deal with the bugaboos. There's always going to be them around. Little demonic trolls. Focus instead on something that's a little more lighthearted and easier to deal with. Like, just maybe pick one thing, one goal off your list, and focus on that instead of those guys. Okay. I know it's hard to do. I know it's hard to do. Again, you know, there's all the people out there that don't want you to go through your emotions. So they'll call you bitter or angry for, you know, still holding a little bit of a grudge. But you have the right. If somebody has lied to you up, down, and all around and slandered you, you definitely have the right to be angry for as I said in the last video, for as long as you need to get it out of your system. The end goal is to get it out of your system, okay? Okay. Sometimes talking about it, it gets it out of your system. So how can you overcome this week's challenge, which is the bugaboos? Let's see. That's feeding the crows. How can we overcome the bugaboos? Feeding crows. Transformation. Seeking knowledge, seeking beauty in unexpected places. Like me starting to settle into my apartment and realize how peaceful and stuff it seems around there, and like looking at the positives of the cats outside and the birds, and there was a big hawk in the tree, the trees itself. It's right by a river. It's a very like old but quaint little town. As with any town, it has its goods and bads, but it seems so far it seems very peaceful. Every day I go there, it's just really quiet all the time. It doesn't seem like you're in a big city, which I really like. Okay, so think about things like that. Crows are often seen as pests by non-magical folks, but in the magical community, they are a beautiful symbol of magic. They represent manifestation, shape-shifting, and transformation. They will also warn you when you need assistance or fail to see danger. They are complex creatures, but one of the most beautiful animal energies to work with if you let them guide you. The fact that many people see them as ugly and disgusting, I don't. I think they're really pretty. Only lends to their magic. Crow teaches you to find beauty in the ugly, the undesirable, and the discarded. It's often your hardships and your darkness that offers the most opportunity for growth. 100%. 100%. It powers me up. It makes me be like, no, really? Okay, watch this. Watch me go. If you find crow upon you, it could be a sign to make the most of a bad situation. What you're going through now is shifting you, and while it's a hardship at the moment, bugaboos, someday you will realize your current challenge has prepared you for success. Every time. This card may also come to you when you are ready to dive deeper into your practice or are about to awaken to psychic gifts. Oh, I hope so. That would be awesome. And ways of being that have remained dormant until now, which a lot of times, you know, going through challenges and like really, really difficult situations, it will awaken things like that, and the search for spirituality and stuff, because you're trying to figure things out, and you're trying to find a place to have faith and reason with the challenges that you face in life, so that you can grow and become a better person and a stronger person and a more wise person. So with that, you can help others when they need it, right? It's collective. It helps the collective humanity. Gifts have a way of finding us when we need them. Don't be surprised to discover talents when your back is against the wall. Receiving this card is a sign that you are close to unlocking self-awareness that will change the entire course of your life. That's awesome, guys. I knew that was going to be a good reading. I already knew it. Kind of told its story. There's going to be some challenges this week. There's going to be some sneaky, shady weirdos trying to do whatever they're trying to do. But you're going to look at the bigger picture, right? And you're going to look at the positives in the situation, right? And not just the negatives. You're going to try to find a goal. Forget about what these people over here are doing, if you want to call them people. I'll have a lot more choice names for them, like slime balls, but dirty, dusty ogres. What else? Little hairy trolls. Even though I like trolls, I'm talking about the little, what's it called? Did I say ogre? That's probably a better word. I like trolls. Anyways, I keep moving. So we're going to see the bigger picture, right? We're going to find something easier to focus on this week. And so you don't pick the most challenging thing. Just like de-stress for a second, because you're going to be dealing with boo-booing them. And then you're going to transform. You're going to transform through all of this, okay? That's what's going to happen this week. So personal need to focus on this week is danger, gossip, slander, and troubles in general. Ignore this one. What will energize you and inspire you this week is seeing the bigger picture, picking a small goal and focusing on that instead of all this that's going on right here. Okay, just keep your eyes open. Don't sign any contracts. Take a moment, wait. Don't do any big decisions, and don't just willy-nilly trust people. Cautious this week. Seeing the bigger picture is what's going to energize you this week, and how can you overcome the danger this week? And that is transformation. Okay, there you go. All right, and then the mushrooms are, today I have the courage to be seen. That's right. Maybe make that one of your goals. Be a little more outgoing. Don't be afraid to try something new and put yourself out there a little bit, okay? That could be a goal this week to help energize you. Today, I will be kind to myself. That's right. I was actually watching a video earlier, and she made a good point about, instead of focusing on the bugaboos, trolls, and people with demonic attachments, because they hop on everything around town, and just all these gross, disgusting energies attached to them. They bring them home and try to dump them on you. Instead of that, you say to instead of being angry about that, like, not that you're not going to be. There's a whole phase of getting it out of your system. You try to act like it's not bothering you. That's not the right way to get rid of it. People would like you to do that because they just are not supportive, and they don't want to hear about it because it's not affecting them. She was saying to actually start really having a dialogue with yourself about forgiving yourself. Really, like, actually forgiving yourself, like giving yourself a hug and saying, you know what, I'm sorry to my own soul for choosing to allow someone to treat me that way. Start apologizing to yourself. Not that it's not normal, this is part of growth, but that you can just give your own self a hug, okay, and realize that sometimes you need to stop blaming these D-bags over here, and start forgiving yourself for the wounds that you had that allowed you to make those choices at the moment. I forgive myself. I was not healed, and I saw the red flags, and I don't know. For me, I see everything, so I always know. But before I started to really go within, I realized that I kind of didn't care. I don't know. what I made a big deal out of from these bugaboos, I realized that had I really cared about them that much, not only myself, but them, I would have been so mad and upset that I would have left immediately. But, ultimately, I don't really think I cared about them that much. Not as much as I thought I did. To the point where it was like, I saw and felt everything, but I was just kind of like, whatever. And that isn't something to laugh at. It's not something to laugh at. It's just I'm being open. That's a way of me forgiving myself, because I'm like, I guess I had been through so many traumatic events that it was just kind of like, okay, here we go again. There's another one. Let's see how this rodeo goes. It's not funny. It's not. Sometimes I have a dark sense of humor. Also, I'm a strong person too. So the thing is that I know I'm always gonna be okay. I'm gonna hurt like everyone else, but it's certainly not gonna break me. I don't have that type of personality. And I know I have about a zillion and one options of, I'm not talking about jumping on another body, although of course I have options there, if I wanted to do that. I just mean options in life in general. Nobody's gonna make me count myself out. What's the funniest thing to me too is that how other people think they know you. They don't. I could know somebody for 20 years and think I know them. I might know a surface. I might know a couple of layers they let me see, but I don't know the other 100 layers underneath of that. And that's where things get shaky, because this is how you get with dirtbags, because you're seeing that top one or two masks that they want you to see. You're not seeing the other 30 faces they have, or you are, and you just don't care enough to do anything about it until they piss you off real bad, and then you just like, forget this. Next. They probably feel the same way. You know what? Today we're gonna just really today let's make it funny. That's how we're gonna energize ourselves this week. Actually, that's how I'm gonna choose to energize myself this week. Every time I think about the bugaboos, I'm gonna think about how laughable the whole situation was and what a lesson it was. And forgive myself for not being healed and linking up with these people that I probably didn't even care that much about. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm harsh like that. That's the truth, though. That's the Virgo and Scorpio in me. I'm not saying I don't care about anyone I date, and I'm not saying I didn't care about them at all. I'm just saying I think it was more of a toxic wrestling match to learn than it was any form of true emotions. I don't know. Maybe you guys need to, figure that if that's what happened to you. I'm just saying that's what happened to me. Because that's part of why I'm up here. It's just I keep it real, and expose my thoughts, and you guys can do with it what you will. But I don't. It's a way of working it out and bringing things to the surface. Thoughts that I have, it's a therapeutic for me, and hopefully it helps you guys too. in some way. Even if you're like, I don't want to think like her. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. All right. Anyway. Challenges, weirdos. Energize yourself by seeing the bigger picture and transform. Okay? There you go. Let's do a couple of initials and get out of here, okay? Because I just went all on tangent tonight. I guess I had more energy than I thought. Excuse me. That was cool. That was a different, I ate fast. I was starving. Did make something good though. It's like a blackened salmon. It was good. Initials R, E, V, A. R, E, V, A. Does that mean anything? I'm not a Scrabble person. Oddly enough, I love to read. I don't have any problems spelling, but when I gotta put things together like this, I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. R, E, V, A. It may mean something to you. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, she's on one out here with football. We are like the polar opposites of life. Honestly, the polar opposites of life. But hey, she has fun. And I have fun doing my thing, right? Live and let live, I suppose. All right, guys. Love you. Like, share, subscribe. If you can't muster up the courage and energy to watch a whole video, I guess you can check out the shorts. I have plenty of them, and it looks like that's where a lot of people watch. I prefer you watch over here, but if that's what makes you feel good, then do that too. I think you would get more out of watching the videos though. Thanks for those who do actually watch my video side. I appreciate the few of you that there is, and hopefully they'll eventually come to the side for some information, humor, wild stories. I haven't done an adventure video lately, but I know my next will actually have 2 ideas. One is in the works. Well, they're both in the works, but one's for sure in the works, and it's a whole different direction. And then the other one, the adventure, I think I'm going to do an area that has some history behind it, okay? So check that out too, all right? I know I haven't done an adventure one in a while because I've been busy with life, but I'll get back out there, getting settled in, okay? Love you guys. This is Laura. I don't know if I told you that. Laura, Black and White Heart, Tarot and Adventure, Tarot and Adventure. And whatever else. We did oracles tonight. You never know. We like to do different things. I'm going to say we, because we're a collective. So we like to do different things over here. You're not going to get bored. It's always going to be different. The topics are going to be different. The spreads are going to be different. What I feel like doing is going to be different. I like different. Okay. So, all right. Getting out of here. Bye.